Welcome back to our channel mga ka-Celebritv. For this video ay ating aalamin ang mga life lessons at realizations na ibinahagi ni Andi Eigenmann sa kanyang conversation with the Grounded PH team. Ang Grounded ay isang lifestyle brand at service provider para sa arts and wellness industry. At hindi lingid sa ating kaalaman na si Andi ay isang influencer ng holistic living and wellness. Si Andi ay mayroong conversation with Grounded tungkol sa kung paano siya nag-struggle with hating her body her whole life and is turning things around with new habits and a new perspective. Si Andi ay nasa entertainment industry na simula nang siya ay 15 years old pa lamang. Tandang-tanda pa niya kung gaano niya hinahangaan si Drew Barrymore at nangangarap na maging katulad nito. She finds herself distancing from showbiz and being closer to the ocean these days. It is obvious that Andi is confident in her own skin, but Andi tells us how it wasn't always like that. Kwento ni Andi, people around her in the industry would constantly tell her that she had to achieve a certain body. They would constantly tell her that she needs to have a body like this actress and that model, and because of that, she always felt ugly. When asked by the Grounded what are some of the negative thoughts she had about her body, Andi answered, "I always felt ugly because I wasn't tall enough. I didn't have a nice butt, or my legs are so short. My arms are so fat, and now I have stretch marks on my stomach." Ipinaliwanag rin ni Andi kung paanong most of her time in the limelight, she had dealt with feelings of anxiety, depression, and anger. In her early 20s ay naka-experience siya ng depression. Kwento ni Andi, simula 20 up until 25 years old ay sobrang depressed siya. She just never paid attention to it, which is why she believed life seemed to just completely go downhill from there until she made a conscious effort to slowly point out the toxicity in her life. It wasn't easy to remove it. I felt like because this is the life I know and have been living for a while that there is no other choice but to live with it. I felt like I was bound to get stuck in that toxic place, and that scared me. Nobody else would acknowledge my sadness. I was told that I am lucky or that I have it all. Pagbabahagi ni Andi. Andi was just 21 when she had her daughter Ellie. I was at the peak of my career when I got pregnant with Ellie. I was still dealing with body image issues. I felt like it was all over for me and that life was downhill from there. Of course, that was because I hadn't yet realized what a great blessing Ellie would be to me. I feel like the challenges were mostly within myself. I feared many things, not being accepted and not being good enough. Kwento ni Andi tungkol sa dinanas at naramdaman niya nang biglaan ang naging pagbubuntis niya kay Ellie. The toxic lifestyle that Andi used to live is not too unfamiliar to many of us. However, she tells us how the small decisions are the life-changing ones. "Oh man, I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. It was a habit because I would feel restless at shoots. I also never knew how to sleep before midnight and wake up before noon. I spent most of my nights being out with my friends, allowing myself to have fun as a way to keep myself happy. I also loved McDonald's and ate a lot of pizza. Ever since I made the big move, I became a morning person. Not only did I start waking up early, but I stopped smoking and drinking. And I only eat real food. I don't even eat meat anymore. I never expected to go this far from where I came from. But I am proud of myself and I am sure this is where I want to stay. It's for my kids too. Andi can still remember a habit that she allowed to possess and control her, and how the happiness she was searching for was there all along. I used to like sleep so much. I feel like it was a way of coping with myself because I wasn't so happy with my life. Now as a parent, I don't fear prioritizing my own happiness in order to make my daughters happy. That's the key to being the best mom I can be for them. I wasted so much time looking for that happiness for myself rather than enjoying my time with my kids. I have now learned to love myself and I can say that I am genuinely happy because I am content with what I have. Once Andi started accepting her body, she learned how to love herself. It started with accepting myself the way I was. I let go a little bit after taking a step back from showbiz. I spent years having people do my hair and makeup and telling me what to do with my face and body that I end up equating self-care with being shallow and vain. But when I put myself away from the limelight by living simply by the sea, I realized that what people were giving me was actually advice in caring for yourself, not an act of being vain. It is when I placed myself in an environment where I did not feel pressured to look perfect that I started taking care of my skin, my body, my hair, my face. Now it's actually effortless to take care of myself because I am doing it for me and not for anyone else's approval.